Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Opportunity. Our scientific mission is straightforward. Examine the space around, monitor the surface of, and perhaps lead a team into the anomaly at Sector A98. Tune in to hear John Garlick run the adventure with Jay Duguay, John Kennedy, Justin Wiggy, myself, and a host of special guests joining us at the table. Galactic adventures begin just after this music.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gaming with Scott. I'm here with Jade Duguay.
Hello.
Hi. I'm here with John Kennedy.
Hello. We all just got snacks, in case you're curious.
In case you're wondering why we're getting stuff out of our teeth, I'm here with Caleb Slocum.
I have popcorn.
Do you have things get in your teeth?
Yeah.
The shit thing?
It sucks.
I can't figure out how to eat popcorn without the... What are they called? The hulls
kernels.
getting into the thing.
That's the worst.
And
That's God's way of telling you that you probably shouldn't eat it.
Or floss.
Or floss.
It's
One or
God's
the
way of telling. Well, God
God's
has already.
a dentist.
God has already told me I should not eat floss, so popcorn is very much like that. I agree. And I'm here with our game master. Can I say DM? Our game master, John Garlick.
Howdy, everybody. Okay,
Yeah.
you're locked into that voice for the rest of the session, just so you know.
Oh no!
Yeah, well, that'll be an NPC.
and that'll do us tonight for gaming with no.
Howdy, y'all.
Night,
My
everybody.
name is Tuvarik, and I'm with the Romulan Tal Shiar. Woo, boy, we got a little bit of a mess on our hands, don't we now? You Federation types are on the wrong side of the neutral zone. I'm afraid we're going to have to shoot you right back across the border.
It's okay. You guys can ramp your ship over the gully
Nice.
and zoom
Our
along behind.
operative has been caught by y'all's Federation.
We don't tolerate you Yankee types out here. No, sir. We don't tolerate you Yankee types. You tolerate a Yankee type?
So, what happened to the prisoner after that?
All right.
There we
Okay,
go.
well-
I can't do that anymore. It hurts my soul.
Good.
You have a soul.
That's why I didn't start.
Right?
That's
All
actually
right.
how he's torturing the prisoner.
Okay. So, all right, first off, Star Trek, the degree of the making the prisoner uncomfortable within certain regulations is okay. Full-on Abu Ghraib butt torture is not going to happen because you guys have your people are going to be like, I don't want to do the butt torture. And
Well, the butt torture wasn't my intent. That was what
Right.
he wanted.
Right.
you can
My intention was
shake the hell out of him.
was aggressive interrogation.
What if he has shaken baby syndrome now?
Shaken Baby Syndrome would be a great band name.
Wow! Where did that come from?
The
It
pure...
sounds punk to me.
Torture
It sounds-
is really
Can that-
punk.
Torture is
Can that be
bad,
the
but
name of
shaken
the
baby
ship
syndrome
that
would make a great
I
punk band.
captain?
Yes, a punk band. That's... Well, you were going punk, right?
I was
Classical.
thinking, it's not going to be a string quartet.
Well, remember, if it's 20 years or older, it's classic.
But
You
remember,
shut your mouth.
classical, not classic.
So it's classic-ish.
Classic.
Listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage. Oh, you went with classical. I thought that was hysterical, by the way.
God, I can't even.
I thought that was good. Go ahead. All right,
I saw Star Trek Into Darkness on a plane with no volume.
Oh,
and
no.
so I was just like, oh, hey, I wonder if so they're in one of the in an NX, 01 class,
No,
Yeah.
they're in the Franklin, which was just before NX-01.
Right.
or the Franklin class. So they're like, so they're playing. It's a long time.
No,
it's
oh,
a long
it
road.
makes
Everything
it's a
explode.
long road.
And it makes all of and Idris
from
Elba
there
turned
to
into
here.
like a really angry turtle man.
Right. Right.
for some reason, and he had
So
like
your brain just filled that in for you, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, and so he had a bunch of little spiky ships that flew around, and they numbered between like 12 and 1 million, depending on like the shot.
Camera angle. Yeah. I'm with you.
It really did come down to, wait, how do we know when he's defeated? When he runs out of ships. How many does he have left? Exactly none right now. Oh, I thought he had like millions and millions of them. Nope,
All
they're
right.
all gone. All gone.
Yay. All right.
So, all right. So yeah. So you rough up the guy, but you don't like
Yeah, I don't
break the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
Yay.
I don't-
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean
intend
for you
do
to.
that. No.
No.
Nothing. In
I was intending on just using a little bit of a shock therapy kind of thing. It just-
Oh, sure.
Still
Not
torture.
Yeah.
Not full on Tabasco.
Hey.
I got you.
Still torture.
Yeah.
Just a little zap.
We allow
torturing
them
him-
to be used in our courts.
Yeah.
Torture?
Well, yeah. We're. Might I, okay.
Actually.
No, I mean like the Federation.
No. Okay. We are going to just rewind. We are currently operating on the morality of the U.S. before we decided some torture was okay.
Oh, this is true. We're not
I
really.
have some bad news for you as a history major.
I publicly on the Star Trek show.
on the Star
how's
Trek.
that?
Okay.
Right, all right, there we go.
All right, yeah, no, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Can we imagine a future where the some torture is okay is just sort of like that's off to the side, but you can shake the hell out of him.
Oh, okay. Well, then make sure that he is fully scanned, but don't hurt our guest. And then I turn around first, and we sweep out.
And I take the suit and run off. And
Yeah.
Okay.
I try it on a little bit though. Walk around, pretend I'm a Romulan. Just kidding, no.
All right.
see
Aggressive,
Romulan
aggressive
days.
interrogation.
You slap him around a little, like, you know, you're the bad cop. Your guys are the worst cop, but you know, not full on like creepy stuff.
No. I honestly had no intention of doing creepy stuff.
Fair.
Can I stand in the corner menacing, just like
She's very menacing.
pinch?
Pinch.
I might
Pinchy,
actually
pinchy.
try to use her.
Giving
as
him the
good
stink
cop.
eye.
Yeah, she's doing the crab claw thing.
Ooh,
that
the
has
torchulorn.
that has a different meaning on this ship.
Yeah, it does.
All right. So we're going to go back to the not evil part of the crew with Mr. K.
I'm not
Doctor.
evil.
You're lawful neutral. We're going to go back to
Dr. Thebes.
Dr. Thebes dealing with the high-tech spacesuit this guy was wearing.
Pretty much because I have focuses in xenobiology. And then I have espionage as well. It seemed like that would pair as well. Just
Sure.
I don't think you can apply more than one focus, but it just seemed like that would be like a spy thing that I would probably know about. It's like being able to trace
Absolutely.
people.
Yeah, that's reasonable. You can look through the bacterial flora of the suit, and also look at the how its life support systems have been taxed recently. I'm going to say that this is a difficulty 0 task, but you can give me a roll to see if you can maybe dunk on it for some additional momentum.
I was about to say, this is kind of untrained, or I guess not, because I'm using my skills.
Yeah,
Because I have technical expertise.
Yeah, this is going to be your reason plus science, I'm going to say.
Okay, so 13. And I have a 4 and a 6.
All right. That gives you a total of 3 successes.
Boom.
So that's going to add
To the momentum pool.
a whopping 3 to the momentum pool. Looking through this, you go through all kinds of firmware and when was the last time its software was updated and all of this other stuff. Going through its security gadgets.
Like that was an actual like it has software that needs to be updated?
Basically, it has systems and stuff that control all of these little knickknacks that he's been stuffing around the ship.
Well, it's like, is this a modern suit, or is this suit like a couple months old?
This suit is obsolete technology, is what you were able to determine. This is not cutting edge for the Tal Shiar. It is, however, advanced by Federation spy nonsense standards. Mm-hmm. But this you're familiar enough with Romulans and also their espionage capabilities that this is probably remaindered legacy technology that was I mean, it's definitely not something that they would send out to go and cause trouble with their best and brightest.
Okay.
This is something that this fell off the back of a truck. This guy is not a Tal Shiar frontliner. What you're seeing here is that he has some of their old tech and he's put it to use.
Yeah, so this guy was either sent out low-key with low-tech equipment in case he was captured, which a spy could be, or this guy is working independently of their command structure.
Either of those possibilities.
Which the tattoos make me think it's the latter. Did I detect anything else, though, from the filters? Is there anything that stands out?
There is. You were able to determine, based on the atmosphere readings, that he has spent the last, at least the last month or so, using. He's been in Federation stations or ships.
Okay.
Because it has an atmosphere content, and stuff that registers Federation replication.
I checked the waste extraction part of the suit, and I'm being serious here, and I know there's a chance for humor with this, but being serious, does it look like this guy has spent almost every waking hour in the suit?
No, it does not.
Okay, so he did get out in the ships, and all right.
Yes.
I was worried that he might have just been hitchhiking along in the suit for a month.
No.
Okay.
It appear checking the logs and the readouts of the suit. He wears it fairly often, and he has been out in microgravity in space several times in that time. But he is. It appears that he has spent the rest of the time taking it on, putting it on, taking it off.
Okay. After I get the data, I'm then going to Dr. Thebes to the captain.
Go ahead.
I may have some information about where our about who our infiltrator is.
Okay.
Would you like me to bring my report to you, sir?
Yes, please.
All right. And then I skedaddle up to the bridge, that there bridge there.
I bring Fukuda with me into the ready room.
All right. She comes in after you.
Actually, I'm also going to this will be Dr. Thebes to Tassas.
Go ahead, Doctor.
Actually, real quick, out of character. Is your character still the cyberneticist?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
All right. Never mind.
I have botany, geology, exotectonic, warp engines, experimental tech. Hand to hand.
No, never mind. Sorry. I thought for some reason you were still the cyberneticist, or...
I think that was Jay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that was
I
O'Neill.
was confused.
Oh, that was Jackson. Jackson was the one with the cyberware.
Oh yeah.
Cybernetic reconstruction after you send him out to
Yeah,
get exploded.
remember he
and,
helped with at Granach. He took that blast fire from the surface.
Mm-hmm.
He
And
didn't
then
know why.
Dr. Thebes to Lieutenant Plex.
Go ahead.
I'm bringing information to the captain. I'm going to meet him in his ready room. It involves our prisoner, if you would like to join me there.
Okay.
I'll be there.
Ow. Shut up, you.
Turns out it was just an instant in the background who tripped. Ow! Oh, we leave these cables everywhere. Shut up, you. You're going to get us in trouble. No, I go to the captain's... I go to the bridge. I guess that's where you are.
Yeah. I mean, his ready room it adjoins the bridge. It's where Captain Picard's
Yeah.
one was.
So signal to enter.
Come on in.
There are a couple of crewmen. A yeoman is putting up your decorations. What kind of knickknacks does Captain Turnweather have in his place? the skulls of your various kills. You know.
They're all human.
Lisa Frank posters.
What are all these like little piles of dust? You disintegrated these guys?
What is that?
No,
It's all chicken bones.
That's cocaine, crewman. It's what I use to keep me up all night.
I like to think of it as decision powder.
Nice.
Pixie dust.
So, but yeah, what kind of personal effects do you think Turnweather would be putting up in his ready room?
There are a pair of ambassadorial robes from the Trill homeworld.
Oh, okay.
They're the garbs. Actually, there are three. There's the male ambassadors, the female, and then there's the attendant that does the little Trill pool.
Oh, yeah.
And that's more prominently displayed than the other two.
Okay.
And then they haven't unpacked the rest of the stuff yet because on the scene I'm like, ooh, I got to come up with some cool stuff, and that's all I got off the top of my head.
That's fine.
So I'll come up with. I'll do some research. Trill ceremonial daggers. No, they don't have those. Darn.
They just have the slug wrangler gloves.
Yeah.
Well, I walk in and I have my pad with me. Captain, I've invited the lieutenant to join us because I feel the information might be pertinent to his investigation.
Alrighty. Come on in, have a seat.
I make my way up there.
Yeah,
You're
I figured it would take So. I sit down.
Fakuta's there too.
When Plex enters, that's when I'll stand up and I'll just touching the pad. I beam it to any nearby pads you have.
Mm-hmm.
Captain, based off the technology that I discovered when I examined the suit, I was able to determine three things. One, he has spent a lot of time in that suit over the past month. Based off the salt residue inside the suit, also the waste extraction unit, he has spent a lot of time like just in space, but also just in that suit. So I think it's highly unlikely that a Romulan ship, might have uncloaked nearby and dropped him off. He was probably telling the truth when he said he came here from the station and he got to the station via another transport.
Okay.
The second thing is, while inspecting the equipment, I discovered that it's outdated.
What do you mean?
Well, it is a possibility that he was issued substandard equipment and then sent into the field in case of capture, so that if he was captured, he wouldn't be turning over top secret bleeding edge military tech to the Federation.
Oh, but that doesn't sound likely.
No, it seems more likely that this suit was stolen from a military surplus yard based on the age and the materials used in making the suit.
Okay.
This suit is a very effective spy suit, and it is good at masking biosigns, but it's rather old, and it just seems unlikely that they would have issued it to him. The third one is based off the fact he has funeral tattoos on his forehead.
What do those mean?
When a loved one of Romulan dies, they are expected to paint funeral markings, usually depicting their clan, their house, their family, and also memories of the loved one on their face. And then over time,
their face?
On their face, their arms, but usually the face. And then over time, as they slowly wear away, then it's a sign of them moving on and mourning that family member.
Okay.
Oh, real quick.
Let
John,
their emotions be known by all.
Did those look like fresh ones, or had they aged?
They look fairly fresh.
Okay.
They are within the last month or so.
So the information that he just gave us, does that match the information that I got during the interrogation?
Basically, he insisted that he is a private citizen who has taken upon himself to you're pretty sure he's working for somebody. You're pretty sure that was a lie. But his line was that he is a personally motivated citizen who is examining this. Who wanted to get your information because of the loss of all of those Romulan ships, and he wants to find out if there's any way to get those ships back. That is where his loved one was on one of those ships.
Okay, thank you. So, I don't think he's doing this on his own.
I think it's likely he had Confederates, but
someone has put him up to it. The way that he has repeatedly stressed that he's a private citizen and then he made this decision on his own suggests otherwise, that he's not.
Well, the third piece of information I was going to offer was that based off the filters in the suit, he has been transported through Federation space by transport. So he has been hitchhiking or stowing away on vessels. So he probably did get the equipment from someone helping him, because it seems even the Tal Shiar are unlikely to turn over even outdated equipment. But whoever is helping him, they did not give him a ship. Then they more than likely they know the Federation transportation system like the back of their hands.
So he claimed that his fallen loved ones were on the ships that went into the anomaly here.
That's likely.
But if he's being transported, how long ago did that happen?
That was going to be my next question.
Fukuda says, I took the liberty of contacting Timbuktu Station. And they say she puts an image on the screen. It is dude with like a fake bowl cut wig. This is our guy. There was a Vulcan who was reported missing from the station a few hours ago.
So he has that like Mo layering, like the Mo haircut.
Yeah.
That's just this terrible. So he looks like he would fit right in with the Vulcans.
Right.
Okay, I got it.
So again, when the Romulan ships were sent into the wormhole, how long ago was that?
That was a little more than a month ago.
Oh, okay. So then the timeline matches then. Traveling through Federation space for a month before he got here.
So I guess what we need to find out is if someone was helping him, where are they, and what were those devices for? I mean, if he's not working for the Tal Shiar, it's unlikely he was just a third-party information gatherer willing to pass the information on to them, because once they discovered he had stolen from the Tal Shiar, they would kill him.
Criminal organization?
Were the devices at in any way connected to our sensor arrays or long-range sensors?
Yes.
To the yes. Yes.
Was he perhaps trying to gather readings on the anomaly? Maybe trying to find a way in?
Well, he claimed that he was trying to find out a way to get the ships back.
Sure.
So that could have been part of that.
Have you checked with Timbuktu Station to see if there's been any similar devices found there on their sensor arrays?
I have not yet. I was finishing up my interrogation
Sure.
when the doctor asked me to join you here.
The Fukuda says, yes, actually, I did ask them. They are currently conducting their sweep, but they haven't found any.
Okay. Because if he was there and then he's here, he might have been planning to reverse his route. They have sensors on the thing. They've got science vessels. The Curie's in there, and there's several others that are potentially. Oh, is the Curie still in system?
Yes.
They might have intruders as well if this.
They would have the
this
original
person is
sensor
working-
logs.
is
Yeah.
working
To
with someone else.
SAS, can you contact the Curie and see if if our visitor's been over there as well?
Yes, Captain.
Beep, 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 beep.
They you alert the current transition crew that's looking. They immediately begin precautions. They reveal that yes, they have found the little green knobs have been located on their own systems.
Have them check for Romulans.
They put you on hold for like 5 minutes, and then they're back, and they're reasonably confident that they don't have any Romulans.
It looks like he's a lone Romulan, sir.
Or they left the ship.
Or they haven't checked their traps. I'm sorry, mouse reference.
Or he's a lone Romulan.
It's
They're like cockroaches.
it's feasible that that the reason why he was outside outside in space multiple times is because he's been infiltrating multiple ships in the area.
Makes sense.
To SAS, can you give a fleet? Well, I mean, I don't know who's a
There-
system-wide notification. Can you alert the other captains in the system to go scrape their terminals for these little things?
Yes, Captain.
Well, if he was only gathering the information and the information had to be picked up,
He had to
where was he taking it?
back to his back to the friends that were helping him get here. We need to backtrack his transportation.
Or to his where he was staying on the station.
Did we even check the pod?
The pod has not been examined yet.
Oh, no. We haven't done that yet.
So regarding your the fleet-wide information,
Or at least in this, or at least around
in this
sector.
in Site A98.
Yeah.
The other Federation ships that are clustered around Timbuktu Station, only the Curie has been infiltrated. The others are, other battleships. There are other. Currently, there are other, Galaxy class ships that are here because they were, ready for a fight.
Did the Klingons go in?
The Klingons are actually due to go into the anomaly later today.
Okay.
And they're on the station.
They are on the station right now. And there's a big Klingon cruiser parked nearby.
Since they are Federation allies to us, did you send that to the Klingons too?
It was not requested, but you can if you want to.
I did not, sir.
Because if they found out there was a Romulan on the ship, did you just go whack-ball crazy? That's a
would
technical
kill him.
term.
Whack-ball crazy?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm wondering if we should...
Fukuda says, well, that's a good question. They deserve a warning, in my opinion.
Just ask, line them up.
Yes, sir.
I know you're good with Klingons.
All right.
Fantastic.
You task this out to an ensign.
Is it Lefty?
You task it out to Mr. Lefty.
I think she's got a new favorite.
Mr. Lefty says, "Hello." The Klingon says, "What? Do you have any spies from the Romulans on your ship?" "No." "He says they don't have any."
Who is this guy?
"Go away." "Okay, bye." "No." He says, "It was an interesting conversation, sir."
Next character's being a cool turtle guy. Making up for this guy.
Did you inform them about the devices?
Yes, I sent a full document.
Nothing currently on their ship?
They have given the indication that they have not been infiltrated.
Captain,
Yes.
it seems to just be us and the Curie.
Do you find that curious?
I find it very curious. Curious.
Oh, you. So
These would be puns that would be episode titles in another.
Yes,
if things
they
had
would.
gone differently. As it is, I get to use opportunity puns.
Yeah.
They seem to be specifically targeting our crew,
following from one ship to the next.
or he does.
'Cause,
They.
we were involved in the event.
Yeah, but did we have him on board the whole time and just didn't know it?
No, because he
Was he on the-
made
He
his
came
way
from
here.
the station.
Was he on
Well,
the
but
Curie?
previously, was he on the Curie and we just didn't know it?
He probably recently.
Wait, is this guy one of the Rurganok?
No.
Did he?
Okay,
beam
I was
over
like,
before?
John, you sneaky man.
No,
I think
they
in,
didn't.
Okay.
I think
They
in all
didn't-
likelihood he. Sorry, I think in all likelihood he went to the Curie first.
Right.
The Curie has.
Well, but the Curie didn't bring him to the station,
No,
you know, he went from the Curie to the station to us.
when the
Fukuda-
Curie docked with the station to offload us.
Okay,
is
yeah.
probably-
Fukuda says, according to the information, his traveling with his Vulcan identity, he arrived a few days ago.
His Vulcan identity.
Yes, he posed as a Vulcan with a fake wig. I mean, an
His
actual
cheapo
I'm sorry,
haircut.
An actual,
he looked just like a Vulcan.
an
You know how they
actual-
get those?
An actual
I guess
wig,
you
not
do.
a fake wig.
Sir, perhaps he's a deserter who beamed aboard the Curie just before the Romulan ships went into the mouth.
His
Transportation pod.
And the suit.
the information. Fukuda says this. The information that we have is that he arrived on the Demeter, a transport that docked with Timbuktu Station, posing as a Vulcan sensor specialist. He then, it appears that he went missing a few hours ago, but it looks like he was beaming back and forth.
Captain, I have some knowledge in the transportation of illicit substances and individuals.
Okay.
If I could go to Timbuktu Station and review their logs, I might be able to backtrace where this individual came from a few steps further than they would.
Could Commander Tassas be of assistance?
I imagine.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're okay. So you beam over to Timbuktu Station. Timbuktu Station, basically.
Do both of us?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
A group of Galaxy class ships towed. Have you ever seen a Hoberman sphere? Yeah. It's like it's a sphere made out of. It has hinged joints in like a frame. Mm-hmm. It allows it to expand into a spherical.
Oh, okay. I know what you're
shape.
talking about. Yeah.
They brought in 5 of those, and they are sort of clustered together into a roughly, 3 in the middle, side by side, 1 on each end, above and below.
It's a D8.
Kind of like a D8, but it's
the
essentially
nerds.
a bunch of silver spheres that have a rough, framework and a silvery covering. These spheres, each one has a different compartment, essentially for this rather ad hoc station.
Okay.
You guys beam over, looking through his files. Give me a let's see. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me let's see. This is going to be control. Hold on. You're going through their records. I'm going to call this insight plus security. You're backtracking his info.
Excellent.
And Tassas can roll to assist. Roll 1 die and pick attribute plus discipline that seems to fit.
Oh, nice.
Insight plus security is an option, or if you want to get into the fake computer records, maybe science.
Yeah, we'll do science, insight and science.
All right.
So I've got crime, smuggling. I rolled a 1 and a 4.
Okay, so that is a total of 4 successes right there.
I did not succeed. I rolled a 16.
That's fine.
What's our maximum pool for momentum?
Momentum can go up to 6.
Oh, okay.
So that is going to tap it out there. You got several successes. It looks like this guy's information was very carefully obfuscated through a variety of means. He had multiple identities, different passports or equivalents. There were various credit transactions, but it looks like he went under at least 2 different names, going through going back through, you see that he was going through Klingon space a little bit. Then he was on a Federation trader. Then before that, he was going through Federation territory. And then before that, it looks like he came out of Romulan space. It is all a very roundabout, back-to-front way of, getting into this general area. And
It's what you do when you don't want to be followed.
But you're fair. While this guy obviously knew what he was doing, this doesn't come across as sophisticated enough to be a government action. He didn't ever.
Is it sophisticated enough to be a criminal?
It is sophisticated enough to be. That this guy was probably. He's got some experience as a smuggler and or saboteur in his own right. Whatever equivalent the Romulans have for that, but this guy, while good, does not come across as having actual spycraft.
Okay.
Based on the fact that you found this, you're fairly confident within a reasonable doubt that that he isn't. Like a government agent, but probably a hireling. He came into all of this with a large quantity of gold press latinum that he has spent like a teenage Ferengi to travel through all of this space.
Okay. All right. Well then,
and also based on the other thing is based on your general understanding of Romulan culture, this guy doesn't come across as a rich person. Somebody gave him a large quantity of cash.
okay. You ready to head back, or do you want to do some shopping first?
we can head back.
Okay. So we'll be back.
All right.
Yeah.
You see that the Klingons are while you happen to be there. You see that the Klingons are forming up, mustering to head back through the airlock where their cruiser is docked. They are going into the mouth.
Have fun storming the castle.
Whoa.
Trump, 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 Trump. They are,
Really?
they
Is
look
that
very
lefty?
disciplined. It looks like they've partied pretty hard these last couple of days, and they are on their way through to who knows what.
I kind of wish I could go with them. I'm not on the station. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If I knew where they were going, I want to go with them.
Everybody knows what they're doing.
I'll shout in Klingon to them. May you find glorious battle.
They nod, stoically, as they've put on their game faces. These guys are ready to go into the esophagus and or stobacor, whichever comes first.
What if I want to go pick a fight with them?
Oh no!
The Klingons complain. It's like, can you stop bullying us, please? We're about to go die.
Oh boy, man, that Vulcan's just a really mean person. We don't like them, not one bit. Oh boy. How do you do, Pluto?
Captain to Dr. Thieps.
Yes, Captain.
How's your emergency medical hologram coming?
Hold on. 1 second, Captain. Computer, activate the EMH.
The EMH appears. He's a nondescript white guy wearing, Starfleet medical science division uniform. Looks perfectly normal, but he just won't stop screaming.
I love the looks perfectly normal, just won't stop screaming. Computer, deactivate the emergency medical hologram.
Okay.
Computer, activate the emergency medical hologram. All right, computer, deactivate emergency medical hologram. Sick bay to Captain.
Captain?
No, he is still not operating. Now, whenever he turns on, he screams.
Computer, activate the emergency medical hologram. Now, does he activate him in my room or down there?
Down there.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, as you can tell, Captain, it's a little distracting. We're not getting a lot of work done here. He doesn't even realize he's screaming, so now he's just looking at me impatiently.
Computer, deactivate emergency medical hologram.
And as I was saying, yeah. So they haven't fixed it yet.
Okay. Could any of our visitors' gears or techs or gadgets be influencing or somehow messing with the EMH?
Well, I'm not familiar with the gear. Well, actually, hold on, sir. I walk over to where the main console is.
Sure.
I pull out my tricorder and I open up the console, and I look for one of those little green doodads.
You totally find a little green crystal about the about 1 centimeter around.
Sickbay to Lieutenant Plex.
Go ahead.
We found another one of those espionage crystals in sickbay.
On my way.
Computer, activate the emergency medical hologram.
What seems to be the nature? Please state the nature of the medical emergency.
Oh, did you remove it already, or did
Yeah,
you? I was
I
waiting for him to go. I think we have a crystal. Like right as you okay.
I would have removed it.
Okay.
Okay.
Captain, it would appear that our EMH is now working. I've removed the crystal from inside the holo emitter. It looks like there may be more of these devices scattered through the ship, which, considering the fact that I don't believe our crew. Wait. In order for this device to get into the sick bay, it would have had to have been here before we started moving our gear in.
Which is about, the last few days.
Sure.
Sir, this hitchhiker, he had to have come onto the ship while we were putting our gear into it. And yet somehow he was able to evade us. So I don't know. I'm not sure, sir. It's
Apparently his Vulcan wig wasn't that bad.
He
who can tell Vulcan
beamed
hairstyles.
in.
Booyah.
All right, doctor. One moment. I do whatever that.
Okay.
Whatever I can.
Captain to, ship-wide announcement.
Yep. Ship-wide hail. Ladies and gentlemen, I need each of you to check the entire ship. I need all computer consoles, all computer interfaces behind the general panels, walls, transporters, medical suites, cargo bays. Checked for these, and I give the general description of the. We need to find as many of these as possible. I want a hand sweep of all sections from the first deck all the way, deck 1 all the way through deck 29.
Computer,
Yes, Lieutenant.
I need you to do a full scan of this item, and I need you to run a internal sensor scan for items of a similar nature.
Beginning scan. Please wait.
Yeah, hold on just a sec. All right, doctor, everything fine with the EMH then?
Computer, activate the emergency medical hologram.
It appears. It says, "Please state the nature of medical emergency."
Can you run a self-diagnostic?
The doctor tilts his head and then gets a murderous glint in his eye. It says, "All systems normal."
Doctor, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling quite well, Doctor. How are you?
I'm feeling fine. You have a strange look on your face.
You have a strange look on your face.
Computer, deactivate the emergency medical hologram. All right.
With that sort of like crinkly noise.
All right, we're just going to pull the plug on that thing, guys. All right, I'm just looking around. Just going to pull the plug. It's not Starfleet regulation, but I think we can all agree that was creepy. Am I right? Right? Raise your hand here.
The nurses, the various nurses and other doctors are like, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I just walk over and I pull out the emitter matrix core. Just no. Yes. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll get a new one. That good, everybody. We're just gonna get a new one. Yeah, that was.
I
weird.
like new ones.
Yeah.
Computer, activate the emergency murderous hologram. I mean, medical hologram. Go ahead.
The doctor shows up. Say the nature of your medical emergency. You're a little upbeat for an assassin.
Sorry.
No, I go through all of our equipment and try to find the green doohickeys.
It appears that is the only one.
Wait, so it's tapped into our. I assume it's trying to access our medical computer.
Well, also assuming it takes over the hologram, he would have free range through your section.
Yeah, it's just weird because I'm trying to. I don't know.
It's an efficient way of getting access to other things.
Yeah.
Because he has medical override.
Oh yeah, that'd be really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Please,
Lieutenant
please convert all. Do things like, please convert all atmospheric filters to pure nitrogen.
Ew.
Please raise
Lieutenant
it
Plex to Captain.
Captain, go ahead.
Well, found what I was looking for. Our guest down in the brig traveled through several different locations using false identities. Even traveled through Klingon space, originating from Romulan space, of course.
Did he visit the homeworld?
I don't know if he visited the homeworld or not.
Your information gets a little fuzzy once he goes into
Yeah.
once he came from Romulan space. That's where he started, though.
Yeah. I know that he came from Romulan space.
Okay.
But after that, I don't have the records.
Okay.
But he was given a lot of gold-pressed latinum, which he threw around.
Okay.
Which means he does not is not used to having that kind of money. Which means he was hired.
Or that might have been the liquidation of his assets, his or familial.
Doubt
it. Do you know? Okay. Fair enough.
Given the way that he speaks, the way that his tattoos are, highly doubt that was personal money. He came from a poor area.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if this was everybody that was tattooed on his face was the only people that he had, and now we have a suicidal Romulan on our hand who just wants to burn through the last of the cash that his family might have owned. And
He may be suicidal. I doubt it, but someone put him up to it.
Based on
I don't think it's the government.
telepathic freebie, he did not come across as suicidal when you were in his presence.
okay, all right, good, all right.
I do not believe that this was a government job.
Wait,
It's too sloppy.
are you guys just talking about through your communicators?
Yeah, open comms.
Okay. Sick bay to Lieutenant Plex.
Go ahead.
I had an idea while I was thinking about the listening devices. Maybe we've been going about this the wrong way. We've been assuming that they're also Tal Shiar tech, but the technology that he has is old. What if this isn't Tal Shiar tech?
I was not under that assumption.
What? We should find out what the materials are made from.
Yes.
Well, I mean, because that would probably give us a clue as to who actually is providing him with the equipment.
Agreed.
Okay.
All right.
I just had the computer do a scan of mine.
Okay. The first thing that you find is they find let's see. these devices, the secondary scan picks up a couple of more on a replicator. That is, in somebody's quarters. And also you get another one of the hand search people finds more information that there is one of these on a comm panel. And putting all of this together, looking at these different things, it looks like that while they don't have the ability to transmit on their own,
they can go through our systems.
They were going through your systems, interlocking through the network on the ship itself, and then could transmit elsewhere.
Computer?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Has the ship sent any transmissions not by voice command of crew members?
Accessing. Yes. There one transmission routed through secondary deflectors.
Recite the transmission for me.
Encrypted transmission is encrypted. It plays out on a series of things, but it looks very Romulan.
Lieutenant Plex to Captain.
Captain, go ahead.
Sir, these devices have connected with each other all throughout the ship, affecting multiple systems, eventually connected to our communication system. They have sent out encrypted Romulan transmissions.
To where?
Have not identified that yet.
You send a subroutine to go and take care of it. It says they were projected towards Romulan space.
Romulan space.
Could you get me closer than that?
Working on it. I have a couple of my guys working on it now.
I'm going to send Lieutenant check here first, and I send him coordinates for a computer array, 2 sectors from Rura Ganok.
All right. But yeah, it is definitely going into your buddy Larat's old stomping grounds.
Yes.
You're like, here's all of Romulan's place. Check that corner first. Well, that's where it went.
They're like, oh, yeah, that's really helpful. It's totally there. Totally going to a listening post situated there. It's like, oh, yeah. One guy says, oh, yeah, I've been there.
Lieutenant Plex
Is that
to
the turtle
engineering.
guy again? He's like, I've been there, Captain.
No, it's just some security guy.
Clump, clump, clump.
Lieutenant Plex to engineering.
Yes, Lieutenant.
We need crew members sent to each of these known locations for where these devices were found. We need full diagnostics ran of the systems that they were connected to, checking for any signs of sabotage and correcting the issues.
Yes, sir. We will run a level 1 and 2 diagnostic.
I don't know. It's weird. Like, my character's thinking internally, like, I don't think the Klingons would have searched their ship that well.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, time marches on. While you guys are in a flurry of like checking yourself for cooties.
Yep.
Space cooties.
The
Space
Klingon
girls.
The Klingon ship is nearing the event horizon
That's gonna end
of
poorly.
A98.
Hail the lead Klingon vessel.
Yep. What?
Am I talking to Captain
you're-
Chang?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Captain Chan.
Captain Chan, that's right. Captain,
Yes, Captain Turnweather. It's good to hear from you.
it's very good to hear from you. I have a statement. I wish you good hunting, and if you do not find your query, may you find the gates of Stobelcore.
It is a good day to die.
Second question. Would you be perhaps interested in a Romulan passenger who might be looking for the ships that went missing?
Oh, Captain, I love Romulans. You know me.
Well, I don't know if he wants to go yet. I just thought that you're headed the way he's trying to find a ride.
You have a remarkable sense of practicality, Captain Turnweather.
One moment, Captain Chan. Captain to the brig.
Yes, Captain?
Plex, are you down with the prisoner?
Sure.
Yes. I was going to question him about who paid him.
Oh, can you ask him if he wants to go try and find his relatives? Whoever the tattoo face thing is?
Turning to him in Romulan. Are you still interested in finding your lost loved ones?
Says he gives you a look, says, as long as it's not out the airlock.
That's already been decided that we're not doing that. I'll roll my eyes when I say it.
He says, the Federation is nothing if not fair.
Yeah, I know. I'm still trying to get used to that. So, are you still looking for a ride?
Yes, I actually wasn't lying about that.
He would be delighted.
Would he be all right traveling on a Klingon vessel?
No.
Yes.
Is there a way to go captain to the prisoner cell? I don't know if there's a way to.
Sure. Well, you could just you can. I mean, it's not 100% his decision, but
Well, this is
Not.
well, and I was just told by my security guy, why, yes, he'd love that. Captain Chan,
yes, Captain Turnweather.
should I beam your passenger over?
Yes, I will have my warriors escort him to our holding cell.
Guest quarters, whatever you want to call them.
I'm sure he will have lots of interesting things to say.
Wonderful. Certainly prepare for transport. Computer, beam the guest of our brig over to General Chan's ship.
All right. He says, "No."
That's better.
Happy hunting, General.
Kapla.
Kapla. And turn off the screen.
All right. So now with their most welcome guest, and who can give them all kinds of useful information about the crowds of Romulans on the other side of that, gullet.
Unless he has all of his little probes inside the Klingon ship and he takes control as soon as he gets there.
Oh, shit.
Also, you never know.
I mean, gosh darn, I didn't think of that.
Oh,
I would have said something, but I wasn't there. I mean, I'm in sick bay looking at the program code for the EMH going, it's ones and zeros to me. I don't get this.
All right. So okay. Everybody gathers by various consoles and portholes to watch as the
We all crowd into 10F.
yes, as the Klingon ship nears the you enlarge the view as it approaches the glowing ball at the center of Site A98. It fires a low-power energy beam at the mile-wide sphere that is constantly broadcasting the transponder signals of various ships that it's eaten before. And at that point, there's an unusual wall of energy that ripples out to more than the duration of more than the about the equivalent of the diameter of the Earth's orbit around the sun. Expands over the Klingon ship, which puts its full shields up. It disappears. There is no further signal.
No further signal.
and it's after a little while, the signal from the Klingon ship starts to be broadcast out of that little bubble, but everything is quiet until something comes out.
Ooh.
And that's where we're leaving for tonight.
I thought you said until something comes out, and I'm like, what comes out? And he's like, no, now we're leaving.
Space poop.
Didn't NASA
no.
just like see something come out of a black hole for the first time?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Also space poop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also
No, no, no.
NASA just observed something come out of a black hole.
Yeah.
The coronal ejection from a black hole.
So anyway, that's my cliffhanger.
That's it? You cliffhangers! That bothers me. You know, I
don't like it
do
when
that
people do it to you,
regularly.
right?
Yeah, no, now I...
Really, Scott? Really?
I think there's a word for that. Hypocrite.
Welcome to
So,
the other side.
as the only award-winning line from the third Batman movie, oh, so that's how that feels. Okay, great. Now I know. Now I know. All right. Thank you for listening to us, ladies and gentlemen. I tried to strangle my mic. We thank you for listening.
Mine is an evil laugh.
And now we will strangle garlic.
Mine.
Nice.
Evil laugh.
Yeah. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon. Bye.
Ciao, ragazzi.
That'll do us tonight for Star Trek Adventures. You can send us an email at feedback@gamingwithscott.com. John Garlic is at JPMGarlic. Jay Duguay is at @1_nerdy_mama. John Kennedy is at JKMyth. And me, Scott T, is at GamingWScott. This is a Southgate Media podcast. As you boldly go through your life, remember to make the galaxy a better place than it was yesterday. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon. Bye.